wanted to show an up close of the carrot bed just so you can see how many weeds there are kind of and how it looks, you know, when you're harvesting it. I just water these so they're laying down. A lot of them have been laying down already. I don't know if my family's been watering when I'm at work. I think they are sometimes, but I don't know if they were watering every day. So I don't know if that's going to affect it. Here's some just parsley that grew there. Here's the thyme again. Need more of that. Some morning glories in all their glory, but taking over again. I do love them so. So I wanted to show an up close of the lettuce in flower. So it gets really tall, and this is what it looks like. I think when I first started growing lettuce to seed, I was surprised at how tall it gets. And the dill is just hanging out here. There's a little bit of fresh stuff left. I got to do some more pickling. But the lettuce is nice next to it. It's just holding up the dill, which is a great thing because the dill will definitely fall over and make a mess. So here's the carrot bed. It's not like beautiful or anything as it is in the spring when all the carrot tops are standing up straight. But yeah, I've got some weeds in there. Really haven't been doing too much weeding this year at all. Well, I shouldn't say all. Here are the onions, just engulfed, and these are some leeks. So I was just gonna really quickly, this is the chard that's gone to seed. I was just really gonna quickly chop it up a little bit and make it neater in this area. So hopefully get some of these weeds out of the onions and just kind of clean up this space. And we're going to have lots of chard seedlings, I'm sure. My plan for today was to harvest some more potatoes. I'm hoping it's still in the shade up there. But I came in here to water and to pick the tomatoes and cucumbers. So I see some stuff that needs to be done in here, and I'm just gonna do it as fast as I can so I can go up and harvest some more potatoes, hopefully. was just taking a look at the onions again. They're not getting really any bigger, it seems. I may have to really keep them weeded next time. I know the people recommend to keep them weeded. Well, I also wanted to show just how the parsley has reseeded itself just all along this edge. Here's a bunch. Parsley really likes to move around. Save some peas off of here, so now I'm going to just compost it right where it is, right for now anyway. The broccoli, which is both flowering and going to seed. So I definitely want to collect some broccoli seeds as well. I have 2 cabbages that are eaten on. I don't know if it's worth it to me to try to salvage them or not. We already kind of ran out of space in the fridge. But I'm curious to see, and I also want to get these leaves out. We didn't really have a problem with cabbage moths this year until just recently I started to see them. give those cabbage moths any reason to hang around. There's some spots that they don't look like they've gone too deep. It might be okay. Might have to make some sauerkraut. Or at least attempt to make sauerkraut. I think what I'm going to do is just cover these with some straw and just compost them right here. I don't know if I want to do that because it's a brassica bed, and brassica, I know from experience, can affect tomatoes. Now I'm not growing tomatoes in this bed next year, so it's probably going to be okay. Just a little too. Some sort of, it looks like maybe aphids. This one's not so good looking. So I think I'm gonna, this one's been just eaten on way too much. I think I'm gonna toss it. Plastic in the garden. No chemicals. We haven't figured that out. Baby one. Now again, it's not too bad. I might be able to salvage it. I try to keep things, I try to harvest the best things, but I do try to harvest some that have, you know, imperfections and bites and such things, and you just cut those off and compost them. But if you don't have to, then you don't have to. But so I guess the time and the harvest dictates, you know, whether I keep the ones that aren't as good.